Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Well, I am here today to try to do something I haven't even tried to do before. I'll be working with, excuse the noise, I'll be working with my hot glue gun. So there's an excellent chance that this will result in severe burns. If you don't like watching that kind of thing, probably not the video for you. Yeah, I always say to my daughter, if I haven't burnt myself or cut myself, I'm not in the kitchen. That also applies to the craft room basically. So if I use anything hot, I'm going to touch it at some point. It's just how it is. I love my glue gun. It's a really handy tool. I don't use it as much as I should because I burn myself all the time and I don't enjoy that. So here we are today to watch me try and glue teeny tiny buttons on teeny tiny circles of paper. That's just 2 pages glued together, by the way, and punched out with my little circle punch here, the size of which I have no idea. Yeah, it was just Kaiser Craft punch. Does not, oh sorry, Fiskars punch. Does not have any sizing written on it, so I'd say looking at it probably about 1 inch, about 2.5 centimeters. So anyway, I'm just waiting for my hot glue gun to get hot. What I've done is glued a couple of just coffee dyed book pages together. This is quite sturdy paper, and I wanted it to be just that little bit thicker, so I glued them together so that I could punch out a bunch of circles to use as bases for these buttons. So we'll do a few more because I didn't punch anything out to begin with because they've just been drying. I only just did it. See, I've already got glue on my page. Gail Augustinelli calls herself the bumbling crafter. Yeah, I think that applies here too. Right, so I've got 3 of those pages that I can work with, but I think this is probably enough to do on film anyway. I just went through my blue buttons. This is all the appropriate sized blue buttons for what I want to do. Yeah, I think, because I've never done this before. So I will be working mainly on this book. I'll probably put the glue on and then move it a bit closer to myself to fiddle around. I do have some tweezers that I could pick up buttons with, but I don't know if that's going to be better or worse than trying to pick them up with my fingers. Probably worse. Especially these teeny tiny ones, because there's nowhere for me to grab hold of them. So I'll probably end up flinging them all over the room. So I'm more than likely going to stick my fingers in the glue. Anyway, that said, what am I doing? I'm going to make little button flowers because, yeah, because. So that's why I got all the same colours sort of out. The idea is, or my idea, I do believe I probably saw this on the internet somewhere. It's cannot possibly be an original idea, because everybody has a billion buttons, so somebody must have done this at some point. I don't necessarily want matching buttons, but I would like them to be similar. I mean, there you go, that's 4 buttons the same and one that's slightly different. See if I can find a 5th button the same. Might as well keep going with that particular button, being as I seem to have so many of them. Right, so that's the idea. 5 little petals and a larger one for the centre, because it's going to have to sit on top. See, this is where I'm going to run into trouble, but at least the bottom buttons will be stuck down at that point. So yeah, maybe not quite that large, but we'll see. That's my idea. Okay, whether or not that works out, we're all about to find out. So I guess we'll use this circle first because I've just dumped a heap of glue on it. So let's just pop some hot glue down. I shake when I use this too because my hands are shaky if they're under pressure to do something. They're not keen. It's a bit hard to get these arranged perfectly, and I don't really have time to fiddle, so else the glue will set. Okay, it's not perfect, but you get the idea. Probably pull that one off and move it a bit, or maybe I can't. Okay, so there's my flower essentially. Now I can pop a little button in the middle and we have a flower. So which button do I want? I want a lighter one, I think. That one will do nicely. I'll pop a little bit of glue on top of that button because, you know, I'm a nightmare when it comes to hot things and sharp things. And right, a flower. Look, we have a flower. Yay! So yeah, that's my idea. Nothing shocking about that. I mean, you could put a little bit of thread through that button on top before you placed it down. I just think they will make cute embellishments on pockets and things. And yes, they're a little thick. I mean, you can see how thick that is, but you know, I don't care. You know I don't care. So there you go. That's what I am doing. One misshapen button. Let's try for another and see if we can get it a bit better arranged. Now, is that too small? Just a bit. I do have a few matching buttons by the looks of things. Surprisingly enough. Not a match, but the same colour, different style. These are quite small. Is there another one? Wondering if there's a fifth one of these. See, this is going to take me the rest of my life if I keep hunting through my buttons to find exactly matching ones, because I know I don't have a lot of matching buttons. That'll do. That is sufficient amounts of sameness. Like I say, I'm not interested really in using all the same buttons all the time. It's just when a few come to light, I guess it's my natural inclination to use the same buttons. See, I've already put glue on my finger and everywhere else. So it's, my finger is now stuck to that thing. Yeah, got it off. Oh, come on. You can do it. Get in there. Yes, I am excellent at this. But I think they are all fairly secure. Yeah, they all seem to be secured on there. Let's choose a button for the middle. How about you? Will do. You could use different coloured buttons. I just happened to pull out all my blue buttons. So I thought I would just stick with that. That way they'll go into a journal that suits the colour. Yep, that was hot. Okay, you've seen me do that twice now, and I am going to burn myself further along. I know that's not going to be that enjoyable for anybody, or maybe it is, and yeah, I don't want to encourage that. So that's what I'm doing with some buttons today, just to get rid of a few buttons and make some little embellishments for junk journals. So yeah, I'll do a few more on camera, but I will probably speed them up, put some music over them so that you don't have to listen to me curse at the hot glue and myself too much. We'll make a few more blue buttons together, and blue button flowers. So I'll pop those two just there. You can't see them. Look at that. All right. Okay guys, I think that's enough on camera. I've burnt myself a few times. They're pretty cute. I mean, they're not the most even and beautiful things in the world, but I think they're quite cute, and it's a way to use our buttons, which is always always bonus, because we have a lot of buttons. I do. You may, I don't know, but yeah, it's good use of 6 little buttons. Just pop that on a pocket or something in a journal. It's actually very, very sturdy. You have to really put some effort into pulling that apart if you wanted to. And that's the thing about these, if you do want to, it's hot glue. Eventually you will be able to get it off if you really wanted to use those buttons for something else. You could pop them off the hot glue and yeah, just use them as buttons. That's one of the things I like about the hot glue. Everything is, yeah, as long as it's not on fabric, it's pretty much everything is reversible. So, all right, guys, go make some little button flowers. Tell me what you think. Try not to burn yourselves, because yeah, it can be quite painful. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Thanks for coming along. I've enjoyed your company. Bye.